Clean a teapot,
You should never
David.
clean a teapot.
No.
Under no circumstance.
Under no circumstance.
No, well,
If it's
okay.
being
I'm
used
gonna-
as a
let me-
teapot...
If you came in and couldn't find the loo one night...
I have only...
I have a hunch, but I sense a hypothetical situation.
This is not a hypothetical situation. I've only ever used a teapot for tea. But occasionally, if you make sort of tea in a teapot once in a blue moon when you can be bothered in a vague attempt to seem more civilised than you actually are, you then sort of leave, still got a bit of tea in
you
it.
left
some
it to
tea
go
mould,
Oh, yeah, you rinse
leave
it out.
No, you don't rinse it out because
it
you forget,
stains.
because immediately you're tired of being civilised and you want to go to the pub. You leave it there for weeks and weeks and months, and then when you have a look in it, it's gone disgustingly mouldy.
And it's talking to you.
Yeah.
At that point, the flavour that you would get if you didn't wash it from your next cup of tea is, if anything, too characterful. The thing that seems unfair to me is the number of people who are expected to pretend they care about jobs they don't care about. You should be allowed to say, look, I'm fulfilling my contract. You can't put in the contract, also you have to seem like you give a shit. I think that's expecting too much.
Yeah.
That's why I really like the fact that we live in a country with such poor customer service. I've got respect for that. You know? Okay, this is a horrible train, you're tearing tickets. Of course you're in an awful mood.
Now that you've put it like that, I shall feel better about it. You're right. Why have a cheesy grin on your face if you are working in an awful supermarket?
Well, it's the sign either of a liar or a moron.
Yeah.
You know when you find a bee and it's crawling on its last legs?
I always rescue them.
You give it honey. It's the only thing they eat. Makes sense when you think about it.
Isn't it true, though, that a bee in his entire lifetime makes an absolutely tiny amount of honey overall? I mean, just a
But there's just
minute
lots
amount
of
of
them,
honey.
yeah.
So you don't have to give much rehabilitating honey to this one bee before the nation, the world, is making a net loss. It's useless. If you only get 1 teaspoon of honey from a whole bee's lifetime, and every time we have to get it back on its feet, it takes a teaspoon and a half, suddenly there's no honey at all.
This is more honey than this bee has seen in its life.
Yeah.
It's just
You're insulting it, apart from anything else. It's like showing a very tired mason a whole cathedral.
Very interesting and surprising, because almost everybody thinks that vertical stripes make people look slimmer. In fact, in prisons, sometimes women have asked for vertical rather than horizontal stripes so that they look leaner, or they think they'll look leaner. But it turns out, research from a man called Dr. Peter Thompson of York University has discovered that the large majority think the one in the vertical stripe is larger than the one in the horizontal stripe when they are the same size.
Surely this shows, actually, that it makes no real difference at all. Because we're determining whether wearing vertical or horizontal stripes makes you look thinner.
Yeah.
And you can't tell by looking. You have to do research. Yes. The difference is so slight, you have to do research with hundreds and hundreds of people. Basically, people look as fat or thin as they are.
I beg to differ.
I have a friend who's quite short, and he likes to wear vertical stripes because they make him look taller.
Only when he's not standing next to anyone. You know, it's not going to make him look taller than a taller man. It's all relative. He'll just say, oh, there's a normal-sized man next to an enormous man. And then you go, oh, thank God, he's taking his striped shirt off. It's actually a tiny man next to a normal man.
I've missed your angry logic, David, I have to say.
I think it just alternates, doesn't it? For ages you think, OK, vertical stripes make people look thinner. Then you say, oh, she's wearing vertical stripes, therefore she must be fatter than she looks. Therefore you start thinking, oh, she looks fatter because she's wearing vertical stripes. So suddenly horizontal stripes start making you look thinner because, oh, she must be thin, otherwise she'd never dare wear horizontal stripes. Then they go, oh, no, horizontal stripes make you look thinner. Oh, she must be fat, she's wearing horizontal.
What would you use one of these for?
What would I use it for, or what is it meant for?
Oh, isn't this for fish? Getting things out of fish.
Ah, interesting thought.
On the Swiss Army knife, there's one for scooping out a fish eye.
They're not as difficult to get out, the eye of a fish, are they? They're pretty squidgy, unless the fish is still alive. Fish don't blink, which is the main eye defence. If you're ever trying to get the eye out of a fish and it blinks, it may be a lion.
Which is correct of these grocers, or grocers? It's grocers apostrophe.
One of the requirements of being a sign printing company is having a basic knowledge of where an apostrophe goes.
They know, I'm convinced. All sign writing companies know, for example, how to spell accommodation. They must. I reckon when they say, OK, we're doing a sign for your guest house, would you like our normal service, or would you like our deluxe gold 5 times the price service? Well, we'll check your spelling for you. And everyone goes, no, it's all right, I'm not going to pay 5 times as much for you to check the spelling. They go, OK. Inevitably, OK, we're going to paint the word accommodation the way you've put it there, are we? In the knowledge that they'll have to get called back all the sooner when the people finally realise they've got it wrong. It's just every time you see accommodation properly painted and misspelt, the sign writer knew. Bloody mind me putting it out there wrong, knowing you'd get a repeat gig all the time.
You can see how long it's been looking for a flat.
When was the First World War first named as such?
The outbreak, the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand.
You think they called it the First World War straight
Before
away?
it started.
It would be an act of a pessimist to call it the First World War that early, surely. It's going to be some point after 1939, isn't it?
A realist, surely.
So
there's going to be more of these.
Yeah.
At what point?
Excuse me. I think what I said, people in the box, is after 1939, which may contain 1939, but does not mean it.
No, well...
OK. No. After 1939 and after the Second World War are not synonymous. Now, this is just giving you time to type after 1939. Why don't you just type, Mitchell is a cop?
I wouldn't put it past them. And finally, how many brains did the man with 2 brains have?
2.
Yes. That's brilliant. Yeah, he's wise enough to spot a double bluff.
It's just the technique of the bully. You hit us. And then you go, oh, what do you think I was going to hit you? I'm not going to hit you. Oh, I'm just as my hand to stroke you. And we're here.
Which of the following M places is made up? There they are. Misak Setafet, the Mountains of Kong, Made Up Arura, Merv. Yes, Sammy.
I'm going to say made up Aurora only because it has made up literally in its name.
There's a logic there, and you're new to QI, and I'd like to be merciful, but I'm not going to.
All right, fair enough.
But in a sense, all names are made up, aren't they?
To the logically ruthless world of David Dixon.
The father of history, what's he called?
Herodotus.
Herodotus. Because it must have been a lot easier when he was around. I'm not having a go at him.
No, it's a fair
But less
point.
things had happened back then.
Fewer things.
Yes.
I think. Someone want me to tell you that.
Common usage. Play common usage cards.
It's so like being back at school. It's unbelievable.
Apparently, you can say less or if you want to now.
Apparently, you can just say what you like these days. Apparently, that's
You can
the new
literally
thing.
say less if you want.
Apparently, you're not allowed to scream idiot at people. What was the point in getting an education at all? I know how to use the apostrophe. Apparently, now it doesn't matter. What I want the time it took me to learn that back.
There he is, Bertie Russell.
He
Marvellous
wasn't,
figure.
it wasn't a barrel of laughs, was he?
They say that his breath was not good. I mean, that's in the biographies of Keynes and his contemporaries. He had very bad breath. But he was a remarkable man. He wrote Principia Mathematica, which was a book determined to reinvent maths, because set theory produced all kinds of paradoxes which seemed to suggest that nothing could be proved or complete or consistent in mathematics, which was a huge shock. And so he had to set out to prove mathematics worked from the very first principle.
Very, very good at Sudoku.
He was, oddly enough, he was said not to be that good at mental arithmetic. But... So in order to prove mathematics from the very beginning, you have to establish the first principle of arithmetic, and that piece of symbolic logic was proving that 1 + 1 = 2.
It's a bit late, the 20th century, to prove that, I'd say.
You're a bit late.
We've got quite a lot riding by the 20th century on 1 + 1 being 2, you know. Quite a lot of engineering happening, quite a complex international economy.
Oh, please.
If you find out that it doesn't equal 2, what do we do? Just burn everything. Because God knows anything could fall on our heads. Money, you might as well eat it. Forget civilization.
Well, there is a general thought that if what were considered to be the sound foundations on which all mathematics rested were proved to be rocky, that it may mean that some of the ultimate answers of the universe will never be answered. But it's rather splendid to think you would give so much effort into proving 1 + 1.
What an extraordinary achievement.
It
I mean,
is.
you just have to bring up his halitosis.
I know, that was silly of me, but I love
you
that.
know, it
He's
comes
a great...
to something where you think you've achieved that.
Imagine meeting him at a party,
Old
though.
Stinky Russell.
I met this bloke at a party. He stank. And when I asked him what he did, he said he proved that 1 + 1 = 2.
You've all got the equipment, as it were, so you can make one yourselves.
So exciting.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah,
Already,
so
we've begun with the thrilling excitement.
Awesome.
Will the show have to pay something to the format holders of the Generation game?
Would you like to bend?
It is a bit generation game, you're right.
Let's just...
What do we do with that?
We inject colour in.
Inject colour. You've all got different colours to make it thrilling.
It's a love.
Don't
Like
put
that.
too much of the effervescent hangover cure.
I put all of it in.
Okay.
Did it? Did you?
Slightly
Don't put too many
manic,
pills
I'll
in.
sort of...
And now just put a little of the...
No, put
just a
loads
little,
in. It's
just put a
brilliant.
little in, yeah.
Look at your bullshit lava lamp.
Mine is dry.
Your lava lamp is...
Hey!
Well,
Steal
It's
another one of
happening.
your...
It's
I
all
can feed
happening in
it.
our corner.
You see, when did it explode now? Hopefully.
I can... No, you don't. No.
You're no fun. Stick another one in.
I'm a responsible adult. There has to be one on this programme.
Look at all these little balls.
I'm nervous of having
Stop saying that.
This genuinely reminds me so much of school. You said, don't put all the Alka-Seltzer in, and then Alan said, we're putting it all in as a result. And I've gone along with him, and now I'm frightened.
You know the one in...
Sir did it.
You made me laugh. You made me laugh, David.
He was laughing at my corner.
I told you before. You're in trouble. It's not funny. There's nothing funny about making people laugh. Hang on, maybe, but...
Fingers on buzzers. Where is this cheese from? I'll give you a clue. It begins with S. Alan.
Shropshire.
I don't know what made you think of it.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes you say the obvious one, and then you go, yes. But never to me.
It doesn't come from Shropshire. Anything else? It begins with an S, does not come from Shropshire.
Spain, Sussex, Surrey, Scotland.
Scotland. It comes from Scotland. It absolutely does. It was originally called Inverness Shire Blue or Blue Stewart, and I don't know why they thought if they renamed it Shropshire, people would be more likely to buy it. So it was a PR job.
So is it quite a recent invention?
It's a fairly recent cheese, yeah. Rather like Stinking Bishop.
Oh, yeah, that's like a made-up oldie-worldy thing, isn't
It's
it?
1973 it was
like
invented.
hobnobs. They're quite recent.
Are they?
Yeah, the hobnobs. Oh, that's an old biscuit. I'll have a hobnob. It's about something like 1981. I resent the hobnob's quick entry into sort of... It's a quick biscuit to refer to. In a joke, you go, oh, a hobnob or whatever. No, hobnob, you're new. Leave the biscuit references to the rich tea and the digestive. They've done the time. It's like a bloody ploughman's lunch. Add executives' inventions.
And tonight's show was sponsored by Hobnobs. To whom we can only apologise.
You have a choice of venues for dinner tonight. Russia or France. Describe the difference between Russian and French service.
Isn't almost all service now is what you call Russian service, which is sort of you have food in courses, one after another. And French service, which obviously the French don't, they have food in courses like everyone, like the Russians. But French service was everything sort of coming at once, like a kind of buffet.
That is an absolutely perfect answer. David Mitchell, have a handful of points. Completely correct. Yeah. And, of course, there's the tapas and Mercedes principle in lots of Middle Eastern and Mediterranean cooking. But you're absolutely right. The French, right up until the 19th century, all the courses would come in one big go, and you just helped yourself to everything. And then the Russian Prince Kurakin, who was the ambassador to Napoleon's court, he came and said, we have had this brilliant idea in Russia. It's used one course and then another. And this was considered absolutely staggering and revolutionary, and it caught on.
Then the Americans improved on it by making it able for you to drive through in a car.
Yes.
And get it in a bag. From a 16-year-old.
They did indeed.
With shingles.
I mean, David, I have to call you my teacher's pet, and you get a special fanfare instead of a forfeit for that, because that is absolutely brilliant. There you are. So you are teacher's pet.
I don't feel that cool.
It's not a cool thing to be, I'm afraid, but you do get points. And for some people, that's important. Escoffier was the man who introduced this into private homes and, more importantly, into restaurants. What do you know about Escoffier? Anything?
David will know.
He started frog's legs.
You're absolutely right.
And I only know that because I went on David's radio show and found it out.
Oh, sorry. Also, I should at this point say, in the QI annual, I did a page on Escoffier. So I'm quite well...
Let's hear
this
it.
could be a good bit.
First name?
Auguste.
Brilliant.
And he...
Died in...
Oh, I can't remember.
Terrible house fire.
19...
He died in 1935. He lived a long time, 62 years.
And he sort of founded the Ritz Hotel in Paris and the Carlton Hotel in London.
And the Savoy.
And was the chef at the Savoy.
Brilliant. And what's his most famous dish?
Well, he invented peach Melba, didn't he?
Yes.
Dame Nellie Melba.
The Dame Nellie Melba.
And also apparently invented Melba toast for her as well, because she was dieting in between peach Melbas.
And who was Nellie Melba?
She was an opera singer.
And what was her real name?
Mitchell.
Yes, very good.
I
am so
impressed. Her
impressed.
father was called David Mitchell.
Get out. Do you know?
This is like happening.
I am truly impressed. If anyone thinks this is set up, it truly
You
is.
are tumescent, I know you are. Where's the fruit machine now?
Well,
You facts!
Anyway, I mean, again, I don't know, can I make you a double teacher's pet? Yes, I can. I'm going to give you another fanfare, because that was so extraordinary, your day. Yeah, look at that. Bravo. Yeah.
I don't want to rain on your parade, but if you look closely, Stephen's pupils have gone 10 times bigger.
I am, as Alan rightly said...